Hello, good morning, good afternoon and good evening, even good night. Welcome to the livestream of Boerma Instituut, Aalsmeer in Holland. My name is Carel Schenk and today it's my first time doing this live, which is quite difficult, to be honest, but yeah, there's no one in front of me, so I'm talking to kind of myself, and hopefully you might ask might have some interaction. You might ask some questions, which I hopefully can answer to you. First of all, I'd like to start with parallel vegetative arrangement on a nice bowl of bark or wood, which I varnished yesterday. Normally, when we put oasis, it's wet. We put first plastic, but then I really hate plastic, especially now because of the environment. So why not to varnish that it's 100% waterproof? This morning, very early, I went already into the Dutch word polder, or whatever. The world knows polder. Holland is famous about that. I went outside to get some antruscus, fluitekruid, whistle herbs, literally translated, maybe. And I'm just going to start with that. Parallel vegetative, it means all vertical, vertical, vertical. And every material I like to keep almost its own length. So if something long, don't cut it very short. That's so easy. If something's too short, you can't use it long. So think economic. Long materials, keep them long. I have a kind of a maximum here, not because of the ceiling, but because of the camera. Unfortunately, otherwise I would have gone much higher. Says hi. Who?
Yes.
So, antruscus from the polder.
Okay, some people are entering
Yes.
the chat right now, and
Alright.
we have a hello from K-Stock.
Oh, hey Casey. Lange, the tallest florist from the world.
We also have a hello from Frida, Lisa Florista,
Ooh, yeah.
Cornelia, and Amy from Taiwan.
Ah, Amy, yeah.
And also entering the chat is Angela.
Angela, how's your brand herd doing instead of herd? The flags. Only she knows, only she knows. It's our secret. Oh yeah, it's of course meant to be that I continue my design and answer and talk at the same time. So I try to do my best. First time, difficult, because no direct interaction. So I hope for a bit more. But I just only explain what I'm doing. Vertical, 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 but some in a natural way, a bit diagonal, because otherwise it's really strict and straight. So make it a bit playful. See, this is grown a bit like this, so you use it like this. You won't see it because I'll turn it and put it there. The way it is. There's not a lot prepared. I just do it from scratch, so you can see it all the way until, if I manage it, all the way until the end. Some nice long grass. Maybe I might use a bit more afterwards, but I'll see my maximum height. I have to see the screen, because we don't want to see half arrangements. That's not interesting if you want to see it back later on. Who says hi there?
Yes, we have a hello from Atelier Mooi Bloem.
Mooi
It
Bloem.
says, hello Karel from Japan, Niigata.
Konnichi, good evening there. Konbanwa. Right?
And We also have a hello from Alena Engelman. Hello from Germany, everyone.
Guten Tag, herzlich willkommen.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try to say this correct. K-Stock says Garasio Kraiva.
That must be Russian. Spasiba. That must be Russian. I'm quite shy myself, so slowly I'm hiding myself behind all this antriscus and the long grasses from the slotkantia's in Dutch. Well, so I can't use too much, otherwise I'm really stuck. There's a question I heard.
Yes, we have a question from Amy.
Amy.
Is this topic parallel vegetative?
Exactly, parallel vegetative. It's like it's more or less growing in a natural way on the waterfront, how you call it, the ditch. Is that the correct word? Slotkantia's ditch. Yeah, ditch. I really love the word. It can be anything, eh? If you don't know a name, just name it Slotkantia, Slotkantia, and it's always okay. I didn't use anything to cover up the oasis, which should be covered, of course, because technique should not be shown. But I'll do that at the end. By the way, this is the new Smitter oasis, biodegradable oasis. What's that? Yes, there's a remark. Okay, a remark.
Yes, Lisa Florista
Sorry.
says the disappearing designer design.
Yeah. So that's why I'm quite shy. That's why I'm doing it. So, and I didn't do anything of my hair. It's a bit of these nowadays no time to go to the hairstylist or the barber. Hairstylist not for me. No, to the barber. First of all, they're all closed, and now they're so busy, so no time to go there. But it's okay. I put a bit of color in it to hide a lot. Better like this, especially for you.
Yes, we have Mohammed Kamis.
Hi, Mohammed.
He's-
Give halak. Goedenavond.
He's saying, hi, Carel, from Egypt. Greetings for Boerma family.
Ah, how sweet. Thank you so much. How's Egypt these days, Mr. Hamis? Yeah, all the small grasses. I use one kind only, because I can also use a totally mix, but just like a bit of tranquility as well.
We
A
have
question,
a
yes.
question from Angela.
Angela.
Why cover the oasis when it looks like soil?
Yes. This is a new kind. It's brownish. It's indeed, you're right. It's very natural. You have the other oasis as well, which is black, and it's also not necessary to cover. I had planned. Oh, yeah, it's a really good question. I had planned to cover it up with little grit or stones and how do you call that? Cork. But then in advance, not using that, I could have damaged it even more. You wake me up, to be honest. If I just do it like, can you see it? I can't see it from the, but if I just damage it a bit like this, it is more like soil. Thank you so much for the tip. So, saves me some time. That's a good idea. So I don't have to cover it at all. So, see? Normally you do this in advance, But that's a nice thing. Here also at school, at Boerma Instituut, if we have the courses, professional course is kind of strict according to the rules. But after that, you can join the advanced course, and there you can learn a lot from students from each other. So, but also, thank you so much once again for the tip. The teacher will learn from the students. There's a question I've noticed.
Yes, question from Kim Otto.
Kim.
Can you use the whistle herb,
Whistle herb.
right after you cut it from outside, or do you need to put it on water for a while first?
The best way, also a good question, the best way is, and it's quite normal, all the flowers, even fresh flowers or whatever, keep them on water for a while before using them in arrangements or in oasis or on wire. That's the best. But these I cut this morning and on my bike, but as soon as I got here, I put them on water. Best way, 12 hours on water. It didn't make it, but always best. That's the right answer, I hope. I hope that's enough. So, the grasses. No. Then we have, I don't have it here. In the back there, Amo, there is, I have an assistant, Amo, yeah, and Babette, of course. There's the one with the yellow flowers on it, because this is without. It's someone saying hi.
We have a hello from Sanjeev.
Sanjeev St. Martin, hello,
Karel
welcome.
from St. Martin.
Great you see me, I don't see you, but very great to know that you're there. What's the name? The name? Who? Rapeseed? Yeah. Sometimes it sounds a bit strange, but I lost the name, but it's simply in English grapeseed.
And it's in Latin Brassica napus.
Brassica napus. Brassica? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed that. Yeah. But this really, it's growing here as well a lot, also outside. And it reminds me always on my stay in China, where I've seen on a bus trip 4 hours long, only this fields full for 4 hours. It's really, it was such a wonderful trip. Yellow only. You couldn't see that enough, but really love it. I'm not using it with the flowers because most of you now you think, what is he going to say? But you know already, I don't like flowers. And that for a florist, that's strange, but true. I can do everything with it, but I'm still not really crazy about flowers. I'm crazy about leaves, grass, branches, seeds, like this as well, and stones, mosses, ferns. I've mentioned grasses already, well, etc., etc. That's my favorite. That's why I'm a bit on purpose. I'm using this. I see someone holding a hat. That's probably a silly remark. Somehow. Everything is possible with me, don't worry.
Everyone is saying that it's Brassica, Josquin, old, Geestak, and Angela says it's used for oil.
Oil for cooking or oil for...
Rapeseed oil.
Yeah, okay, then we know. But also for... Oh, wait, otherwise I can't put this stuff through. Bramen toch? Schoolyarden, thank you. Don't tell Jacqueline, she's not here. She's teaching herself now. Hand-tied bouquet course. I teach them yesterday, all the ladies, level 1, day 1, and today hand-art bouquet course, level 1, day 2. That's Jacqueline, so she's not around. So. Parallel vegetative, but this is exactly the opposite through all straight materials, crisscross, to make it a bit wilder and in my eyes even more natural. Do you recognize this? The branches. I removed all the leaves. I love leaves, but from this I removed all the leaves. I'm still more hiding and hiding myself. Is it too much? Then I have to stop. So you tell me. It's an all-round arrangement. It's maybe a good idea for the horeca, for the Dutch restaurants, instead of all the plastic, to use natural vances. Yeah, but then it should be more close. Or we put a vans in it to hide all this plastic. Not a bad idea. It just pops up now. And talking about distances and protection, I hope everyone is really doing fine. I am using a bit of flowers in it, especially for you, the ones who do like flowers. Yeah, just a bit of Veronica. And the flowers here, nice, colorful atmosphere. A bit prepared by Amal and Babette. Always have to think. Don't know why.
It's a very difficult name.
Yeah. See, and also the each and every material I'm using almost the full length. I can't make them longer. The only thing I can do is use them full length. It's a pity to use long material short. And if you know about flowers and you buy them yourself, length is something important, because length is where you pay for. It's true. If you need roses very short, why buying them of a meter long? Huh? Much more sorry, much more expensive. That's waste of money. You can keep it in your pocket, more or less. So, see, nice growing outside, a bit wild. Yeah, why not? At the base. Kruimeltjes is ook brood. It means crumbs is also bread, isn't it? So I'm just using it all. Veronica, then I have these very nice white cutie blossoms, of which I lost the name. You tell me. There's a question I've noticed.
Yes, we have a question from Amy. May I know the name of the branches with the white flowers?
The ones who are kind of, yeah, how we call it, woven or diagonally placed in the arrangement. Ja, wat zijn het eigenlijk?
Rubus.
Rubus.
It's blackberries.
Blackberry. Yeah. Sometimes blackberries. Rubus with an R. Rubus. Yes. Don't put them all in one line. It's very stiff. I almost need to stop. It should be 3D. It's 360 all around arrangement. Someone says hi.
Yes, we have Dunya coming in, and she
Dunya,
says "Tol."
my love. I miss you. Thank you for watching as well. But I saw you yesterday after a very long time. Yesterday, also my first day of teaching here. Oh, I really came back to life again, and there's a question. Yeah.
Mohammed Kamis is asking, is this arrangement used for entrance or inside a home?
Inside a home, yeah, for sure. And then inside a home, you can use it, hotel, restaurants, whatever. You can. If it's big, you need space. You can put it anywhere. Outside, yes, because so far kind of materials are all outside. So even fresh flowers like this, it doesn't mean it needs to be for inside. You can put everything in and outside. But the only thing you have to think of is temperature. And if it's very windy, it evaporates a lot, so it starts hanging, especially sensitive materials like the grasses and the antriscus. Then it really starts hanging quite fast, to be honest. Here and there, a little galaxy leaf. I always name it Galaxy. Another person says Galax or Galax or just Galaxy. I'm used to that. It's not that strict. And I put it a bit deeper that it's not stiff or not nice and flat open. Just press it in. And now better to do it up front if it's possible to see. That is dark on dark, in quite dark, so it's hard to see, I guess. But then later on there'll be for sure pictures made by Mike Boerma. Maybe also very close-up shots. For sure he'll do that. Otherwise he'll do it for me, for my portfolio, which I never made, to be honest. It's a real pity. I had wonderful that time videos, old video style, VHS or so. But they're all gone. Pity. I lost my CDs, or lost from the decorations in the Far East, like Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. Really a pity. A pity. The only thing I remember is for me. It's in my head, on my hard disk, my own hard disk. And just sometimes when I talk about it, it's hard to believe. Because crazy stories, you won't believe when I tell it to you. Unless it's through a colleague like, for example, my best friend, the tallest florist in the world, Carel Schenk, who's listening as well. You made through things, sometimes it's better not to talk about it, or you will never believe it. How about our bookcase? Or your book? I will not tell you the title. There's someone saying hi.
Yes, we have a hello from Carel Schenk.
Aha, who's that? Schenk. It's
She
my
says-
sister.
She says, "Hey brother,
Hi sis.
it's getting very beautiful."
Thank you so much. Dankjewel sis. Lisette. Ook al lang niet gezien. It's been a while as well. Parallel, vegetative, natural way. Slootkantia's. No color. Not too much color. Very natural. I almost stop on this because otherwise you miss all the transparency in it. That's a shame, because you should see through. Still a bit from my side, looking through the arrangement. I actually, to be honest, it should be possible to see all the flowers even on the other side. If it stops, then you need to stop adding. The more you add, the less nice it's going to be. De kunst van het weglaten, they call it in Dutch. And some Dutch people from Holland, they know what I mean. Not too many different colors. Colors is okay, not too many different shapes. And if you start with doing creative things with artificial stuff, like ribbons and wires and that, don't use too many stuff in it. Then you can't see through the the Boerma het bos, through the forest. You can't see the trees anymore. Literally translated from Dutch. So then, a little bark of the container and bark of the eucalyptus. Now I'm questioning myself if it is naturally colored. You have an idea?
I don't know actually. It looks a bit burnt, yeah.
Maybe it's kind of colored, kind of burnt, a bit dusty, but doesn't matter. It's also a lot of dust in nature. There's a remark. Welcome.
Yes, K-Stock says Yomayo? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it.
Yomayo. Yomayo. Sometimes I really have to think myself, what does he mean again? It's been too long that I've seen you and your lovely wife Ricky. So, and we hardly call each other anymore, so we should do that more often then. And all the world knows now. And looking forward, I hope he's watching as well, to meet up with Vladimir Beremyakov in Russia, in St. Petersburg again. Would be so nice. Here's a remark, yeah.
Lisa Florista says, looks amazing, Carel.
Wonderful, thank you. It's always nice to hear. And to be honest, I'm going to stop now. And as, who was it? Wasn't it Amy? Who asked for, is it necessary to cover the oasis in this case? What I had planned to do so, with little stones or cork. No, not anymore now, because I damaged it by my fingers. And now it looks like so. So, finished. And it doesn't matter if you see the oasis, because it's very natural. Look. A question.
Yes, a question from Diana Verwijs.
Yeah.
It looks very beautiful, but how long does the flower stay standing straight?
These won't go hanging. Keep water on it, and even after 2-3 days, it becomes thirsty. But it stays, the anthriscus and the grasses do stay in the shape as they are. Probably they won't even start hanging. It's natural. They just become dry. They shrink, but it won't start hanging. It's just the natural way of blooming or growing. Yes, the Veronica will start hanging, become thirsty and yellow and fall down. That's true, and the Alchemilla mollis. Probably the little blossoms as well, but for the rest, the tall materials, they all stay as they are right now. They only shrink and they become a little bit dull and dry. That's all.
So the flower's about a week.
Then you have to add a lot daily, a lot of water. Actually keep it full. Yeah, and possible because I varnished the container instead of putting plastic. Because putting plastic, you have to cover it. Of course, you have to cover it, and then you need to put the little stones or bark or anything covering the oasis. But I like to keep it natural now. Then I'm going to the next arrangement. And then, did you make some? Which one I'll do? I prepared a little bit. I'm thinking about my worst. I'm still okay. I'm just a sec. Now my bag is still a bit okay. Dit groepje alsjeblieft. Now my bag is a little bit okay, so I can still carry some materials. Ja, gewoon maar super, dankjewel. Yeah, still have to. Oh, that's the wire of the microphone. Super, dankjewel. Ja, dat is het wel, denk ik. En die en de pioenen. It's a little bit, how do you say that, narrow here behind the table, so I can't put too much. So, pull up. It looks like I lost a little bit of weight. Well, next thing is a kind of freestyle bouquet. I make it in my hand, so it's called hand-tied. But I might use a bit help of some Oasis waterproof tape, because sometimes, and that's the practical part in the floral industry, if you can't continue, school is different, students? Don't do this here at school. At home it's okay, but not here. If it's really difficult, you have to make it yourself a little bit easy by using anything in between to tie it all together. That can be wire, it can be string, or I'm using the waterproof tape. Waterproof tape, means you can't tape water with it, but the things you need to tape needs to be dry, but if it becomes wet afterwards, it doesn't matter, it stays. Waterproof tape of Oasis. Peonia. Now a lot of people in there at home, or even one person I know in the car is watching. Peonia, a lovely flower. The favorite of our Queen Maxima. Maybe not this one. Don't ask me the names, because the name Peonia is just for an overall name. Don't ask me the Amy, for example. Yeah, don't ask me the species name, the exact name of this. Need to prepare a little bit without the leaves. I'm going to use them quite short. This specific kind is gardenia? Not because it do smell a little bit, not that much, but a wonderful name. I am preparing on my table, and it's going to be very messy, because once I start with the hand-tied bouquet, one hand is occupied, and with another hand I can't do a lot, so I need to prepare some materials in advance, like peonia. To save time, I wired some aralia or fascia leaves already. Everyone knows how to wire. So the fun part, sorry. If you don't, you have to join classes here. Some dracena, just put on a wire. I just take it from the pot. I just wash the soil off, and in my eyes, I don't know what you think, but in my eyes, it's very decorative. Really, I just loved it. So, if your plant at home or in your shop or so died, don't throw it. Check what's inside the soil first. Wash it out probably there's something really, really very decorative in it. So use everything. Don't throw away anything. Right? I prepared already. You don't like to see me making 7 of these, and you might say, what's that? These little sausages. Well, this is limonium. Limonium something. As well as statis. I don't know if it's statis. This is a different kind, but it is statis or limonium. And it is like this. Yeah, it's just like these. How to make it like this little funny sausage. Now I'm looking for the binding wire. Just the ordinary binding wire. There it is. It was almost a hint, but I found it. Thank you for jumping. Just ordinary uncoated binding wire. It's functional, and if you do it, you hardly see it, so it doesn't matter. But of course, you can also use the aluminium wire in colors, but then you have to do it exactly in a nice way, otherwise it's not nice showing. How to do those? Just take one. Broken, doesn't matter. It won't die. It's dying already. After cutting, all flowers are dying, so don't worry. True or not?
Yeah, it's true.
Yes,
Yes, Angela says limonium sinuatum.
oh, you're also kind. If you know, or even checking for me, limonium sinuatum. Wonderful. Thank you, Angela. Mrs. Heard. Yeah,
We have Hink Huisman,
Hink.
who says mooi haar, so beautiful hair.
It's quite long, Hink. Hink it is, yeah. From Amersfoort. Thank you so much. Even have you noticed even my little bit color? How funny! So much matching even with the rest of the whole decor. I just fixed a wire on a bundle of limonium and just put a bit more, and I just roughly start binding this all, not too tight, but all together. Maybe you've noticed I put some wires inside. You don't see it, so you don't have to hide it. Going up and going a little bit. Oh, not too tight. Otherwise it's really too stiff. No, a bit more, make it a little bit longer. Going down. So, as you noticed, I put wires inside, and that's better to do in advance. And so, doesn't work. Normally it does. Because why I put the wires inside? Well, you noticed already. You could have guessed. Because later on I can shape these, give them a funny shape. Very old-fashioned style, because I did it already for 30 years ago. By the way, speaking about 30 years, this year I am here at Boerma Instituut in Aalsmeer already for 30 years. Yeah. Wow. Old furniture. Yeah. This is a question I've noticed.
Bailey says, hi Carel, and hi everyone. It's very nice to see you today.
Wonderful. Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. Going down for some philodendron leaves. Serome is the Japanese name, as I remember well, since the time I was in Tokyo. First time there I worked with them, so some things you never forget. Philodendron Xanadu, yes, thanks. Xanadu. Cerome. Gulteria, or keep it easy. Lemon leaf, apple blood, always good. It's a bit going all directions. Using it short anyway, so this is only in the way. Cutting it in advance. So enough? No, a bit more. A bit more. Normally when you make a bouquet, try to keep your flower materials as long as possible on water, because now they start to become dry. But if I have to bend every time you won't see me. That's all. As simple as that. That's why it's nicely on the table. A wonderful hydrangea. Wonderful color as well. Pink, especially for you, matching with the hair. And this is going to be on the side. That's the secret for later. How doing that? Because then I might use the candle. Some. So, I don't know if I use them that much, but just in case stuck. Eh? I'm. It's so funny. So, I have to make a start, otherwise it's going to be too much anyway. Main thing, framework, just ordinary material. The raffia, no, rattan. Yeah, it's on a big roll. Don't think, just do. Just take it apart, put wires on it, take it more apart. I want to keep this, but take it more apart and even more apart, put wires on it, and somehow you bend it over and you have already a kind of a framework. Yeah. Don't think, just do. It's my motto. Many watchers who know me do know that. That's one of my sayings. There's not some makeup. Huh? Water, still possible now? Because I can feel my throat. Because after such a long time at home, I'm not talking to myself. And yesterday, teaching all day the hand-tied bouquet course, I spoke a lot, so I can really feel that. And I think afterwards for this, I'm going to need the smaller round vase. Probably to put some water already. I'm just I'm not sure yet, but better to prepare. When I really can't hold it anymore, then I just finish it up and put it in water. So, top, dank je. Funny framework, and I know that the first question is going to be from somebody. What style is it? But there's something else first.
Yes, Sanjeev says,
Sanjeev.
I was waiting for Carel's magic word. Don't think, just do.
You remember well, eh? I hope not the only one. See, that's what I meant to be. It's just make it in a crazy shape, and it just comes up while making it, while doing. Just do it, eh? Just crazy frame. You can't prepare this too much because material decides. That's the only thing I can say about this. It's freestyle, for sure. Yes.
Yes, we have
Yes.
Lana Bates.
Lana, hello.
She
Long
says,
time.
hi Carel, I have terrible connection. Can't see much, but big hugs to all.
Oh, how sweet. Thank you, Lana. Lana Bates. Still in Leeds, I guess. If I remember well. Leeds, Manchester, London. Long time ago. Just make it a little bit more round, that it's easier in the hand. Otherwise it's quite uncomfortable with the big stiff wires inside. There. So try to keep it in balance. Now this is here, this is there, so it needs something here. This is how you build it up. It's a little bit low. If you think it's a little bit low, just pop it up. But you might think, but then you use them, they're this long, so they don't get water. True. Doesn't matter. It is compact together. If it starts hanging, you don't see it. Sometimes we have tricky things. This is all secret, but you all might know, or may know. It needs a bit of a heavy thing on this side. Round stems next to each other always kind of move on the side. So that's why the lemon leaf, the Gualteria, to fix them tight in your hand, still in the hand, until you can't hold it anymore. Then I'll start using the waterproof tape in between, just tying it together. A tricky thing. So just a little bit building it up. Now first the inside, a bit of leaves extra. And then you might think, oh, it's very dull, very flat. But now, when it's comfortable in the hand, I can go through these, because this stem will follow itself, or will lead itself through the others, yeah, to make it a bit higher. And these stay, because we have a stable base already. Yeah. See, now it's very stiff, but now it's going to be airy again. Is there one more? Oh, here, of course. It's the same. The Peonia Gardenia, yeah. Looking for the name again. Not damaging the flower. Try not to damage the flowers by going through. So, this crazy wire is on one side, so I've made a separate ring just on a strong wire. Yeah, and I put it there, so it's coming back on the other side as well. You can't plan this material this sides. It's difficult. I love the xanadu, the philodendron leaves a lot. Better to cut, easier to go through. Better to prepare everything like that. You can continue bum 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 in one time. So now I have to use still a little bit my other hand. Then I'm holding it like this, and then it starts to become heavy. Better to hold the bouquet always up in balance, because then it's not at its heaviest. Just funny leaves. See? Material decides. This ring goes a bit down. It doesn't matter. For sure I'll find something to hold it more up. Hopefully. Well, here, there it is already, because they are here. Why not coming back with these? On the end. You hear it? Doesn't matter. It's all tied together. See, there it is. The support to have the ring, to hold up the ring. It's like magic. Almost. Huh? Sorry? Flower magic. Just dare to do so. don't be afraid to do anything silly, foolish. It's my bouquet, so I'll decide, eh? You might think, it's my bouquet and I'll do it whatever I want. True or not?
Also, the limonium, it dries up nicely, right? So that's why you
Yeah,
don't care.
no problem. It's going to be a little bit een beetje dof, een beetje dull. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It's nice to do. It's a bit early to think about that, but it just pops up. Christmas with pinus, the conifer. You do it the same way, same style. Nah, no problem at all. It becomes dry anyway. And there's a little bit of this thingy in the way. Rattan. Rattan. Available all over the world. So that's not the problem. My beautiful Dracena. Including the roots. I hope you still see some of it in it. So this must be above the leaf, so bend it a bit more. Just a few wires together. I put it inside the stem on different spots, then tape it together, and it's kind of holding itself very tight. So, like that in it. Put the roots on top of the leaves. It starts to become more heavy now. The more and more you add. It's funny, why not? Not hiding the roots. So this one is going to be in between. And this one is covering the wire of the Dracena. So technique is covered, don't worry. But always keep that in mind. So, yes, big hole. Well, one solution, you can guess already what's going to be put in there. It's a little bit predictable. If you're into flowers already, yeah.
Sanjeev says, looks amazing.
Well, give it a try, Sanjeev. And you can do the same with materials available more in your place. The tropicals with tropicals, anthuriums, strelitzia, big leaves. Just bring the big bags, the mixed boxes with tropical leaves. You can do the same. You go to the China store. I know it's available there. I've been there. And you do the same. As I say, material decides. I can still hold it, so it's a little bit difficult now to ask someone to hold it for me, and then I'm covering it up because of the distance. 3 centimeters. So use all body parts. Almost all body parts. As long as the bouquet will be nice and presentable. So another hole covered. For me, this side will be okay. First time I turn it around, I guess. Not sure. No, second time, because I put this one. It's a little bit empty. The rest is covered. Even very little leaves is enough. Some little. This one doesn't. It cuts, okay. Just a little bit hole. So we need to find to put something there. Something strong, which is not here. Well, I can use this. The asparagus umbellatus. They put in there. So that little hole is covered. See, that's why I love leaves. The easiest solution for everything. For extra support. A little thingy here. Ah, I found something like that. the aspidistra leaves. And all of a sudden it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. It's more finished and heavier. Yeah, as long as I can still hold it, I can add. And then also here during the hand-tied bouquet course, how you can make those big bouquets. I have only very small hands. Even you with very small hands can make bigger bouquets. Because my fingers are not even closed. If you bind it very well together, you can hold the full bouquet. Maybe you can see it, I don't know. I can't see it myself. There's this space between my fingers. Still possible. Now, this is quite a new cutter, and I have used big wires in it. So now I have a problem. The only problem there is, I don't want to damage my cutter. So I hope all the big wires are just above my cutting part. Otherwise I damage my cutter. Keep tools for where they are made for. Yes, a wire cutter for wires and a stem cutter for stems only. If you cut wires with your normal cutter, yeah, you can throw it away, or you can't use it anymore, let's say that. So, done, I hope. Yeah. This is the binding wire of the limonium. There's little funny sausages in it. As you see, I just drop everything. Another person is using the bin, but I'll clean up afterwards, don't worry. So after 5 hours I'll be until the ceiling. It doesn't matter. I won't make it 5 hours today. Yes, Angelica.
Yes, we have Sindhu waving hello.
Sorry, Sindhu. Ah, wonderful. Welcome, joining us here. The live stream of the Boerma Instituut. It's going quite well. It's funny. At least I think about it like that. I don't know about you. If you signed in or so, or you started watching, I hope you're still watching. I can't see you. Or how many people are watching, I really don't know. Can be 2, can be 20. Right? Yeah, maybe even our queen is watching. Who knows? See, yeah, quite a lot of tape, huh? It's waterproof tape, but I just want to make sure that it doesn't open up. And on the other hand, I'm trying to close this whole part, that if you hand it over as a bouquet, which might be possible, that no one will hurt him or herself on the used wires inside. But this one is going to be put on a vase in water. I hope I cut it at the right. No, I think it's a little bit too long. So, done. So, hopefully, funny. And even if it is kind of, yeah, in balance. It should be standing. This is a big guess. To stand on its own stems. And yes, I made it again. One time not really, it was all falling apart. Also on a live show, but in front of audience. Oh, it's the water. Became very expensive. Oh, it's a very... In some countries, yes, the water is more expensive than the gas. It was, not anymore. But here we have plenty. Well, don't say that out loud twice, because we're running out of already. Yeah. Well, I think perfect. Perfect so far. But not finished yet. I have to clean my hands. You thought I was finished. Well, actually, I myself too. Yeah, there's a question.
So we have a few people that say that the bouquet is beautiful. We have Cornelia says the bouquet looks amazing. We have your sister who says the bouquet looks beautiful. Lisa Florista says looks fantastic, Carel. And Frida says prachtig, Carel.
Thank you so much. I'll continue a little bit more. Yeah?
So we also have a hello from Spain, from Nova Extension.
Nova, hello. Good afternoon. Same time there.
And we have a question from Amy.
Amy, yes.
Will you use the rattan with the Wanda?
It's on my side. Hello. Here it is. Surprise, surprise. Just a step ahead with the question. It was a surprise moment. You spoiled it, thank you. No, don't worry, don't worry. Oh, I did something wrong here, because I damaged accidentally the chrysanthemum. Yeah, and that's the problem with chrysanthemum. Once it starts, it continues. But I will not throw these little petals away, because I'm using them. I'm using them. Just a sec, Amy especially. Just a sec. But I'll show you also how I will do it. Yes?
Yes, a few people are saying something about the bouquet. So Mohammed Kamis says,
Hamid.
it looks amazing, Carel. Thank you. You inspired me.
Good. That's why I'm here, or we are here, all together. Not only me.
We have
thanks.
Angela who says, great at inspiring others. We have Rosie Sue Jenkins. Hello, Carel. Brilliant work. And it's great to see a fellow florist, stylist thinking outside of the box. Love the different styles, as I do also. Wishes, Rosie Sue J.
Wonderful. Thank you, Rosie, so much. Thinking outside the box. Well, anyone can do it. It's more just do it. Dare to do. Yeah, use materials you like, and yeah, I always say my material decides. This is a bit my way, and I hope to bring this a little bit over to you. How did I put the Wandas? Uncle.
Yeah, Ansu.
Anshu. New name, Uncle Anshu now. Therefore, there was a little bit romantic here on my table. I am, only with a candle around. Wandas. And on a stem, on water, at least 24 hours. Full on water. Talking about water, is there some water around?
Yes.
Because I can take it from a vase, but there's Floral Life inside, and that's not really good for me. Glue, Wandas, and a candle. And of course, we are here in school, not at home. Oh, where is it? Ah. As you know, before start gluing, put some paper on the table, because when you spoil it, it's really messy, and it takes time to clean it up. So, as we teach you on the table, try to keep the floral adhesive, the cold glue as well, up while using. Candle is therefore to close the Wanda, to airtight, that it cannot evaporate. So you don't have to put cotton, or you don't have to cover it up with floral tape. So keep it as long as possible on a stem, or even on a plant. Then you cut it. You can see it, right. Then direct, you put this end of the stem into the wax, and then you put it down. You can do it if you want to use 100. Still one by one. Don't just cut first all the orchids, then it doesn't work. Cut direct in the soft wax, paraffin, and then it's prepared. You can prepare as many as you like. Not burn them. Then I'm using it's just so handy, cold glue. I'm just going to put it on the rattan. It's going to put a bit of glue. I can't put it direct because it has to mingle up with the air a little bit. Like if you have a flat tire, it's the same like the solution you are using. It's also a glue. You need to wait. We don't use the sandpaper now, but we also have to wait a little bit, mixing up with air. Oh. So just close the end of the stem with wax. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Hink Huisman says, mooi gedaan kereltje. Nu nog even afleveren bij ons.
Yeah. Oh, such a pity I can't go with public transportation at the moment. I'm sorry. It's not your color, by the way. I remember 2-3 weeks ago you had rainbow colored lilies. They were really awful, but and doesn't matter. Nothing against it. All right. Yeah.
Yes, Keith Fernandez says, looks absolutely fantastic. The contrast between the rattan and the large blooms is gorgeous. He loves the spontaneity.
Spontaneity. That's very good. You mention it, because I had a choice. Between very bright pink. I don't have it here, but doesn't matter. Rattan. But I think no. If I use that bright, it is all screaming out of bright pink. Then the beauty of it, the softness now, is getting lost. So that's why now it is colored, yeah, the rattan, but it is more natural at the base. I waited a bit with the glue, so now I just have to hold it a little bit. Yes, it sticks already. So, and it's good to know that one after another. Don't cut 20 first and then 20 in the wax. No, cut, wax, and then you glue about 10 or so, or what you can handle in your time, or the many you need. Wait a little bit, and then you can glue one after another. All right, the last Wanda. Oh, it can happen. Last Wanda in there, and as I told you, the little petals of the chrysanthemum I left here on the table underneath. I can even put a bit more. I'll polish the chrysanthemum. Doesn't matter. Then I always say, do you ever have seen a painting not with petals underneath a vase with flowers? I didn't. Do you? Ooh, it's with the. I expected normal water, but it's with fruits. Too healthy, because no.
Angela says that's gorgeous, and Diana Ferreis says, wow, it's beautiful, and she got a lot of inspiration and says thank you.
Right, wonderful. It's really a pleasure to do it, and to hopefully, of course, give you new ideas as well. which I noticed it happens. So that's why we are doing this. It just turned out to be like that. And there's another. Oh, pas op. Yeah. Oh, big one. What am I doing here now?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, as you do know me, Carel likes it big on stage. Then, because no, it's true. Because otherwise, on stage, actually, it's if you do big, it's even better to see. If it's small, you need a camera, and it's okay. But we only have one for now. So that's what I was thinking. Okay, I go big. A huge aluminium ball, spray painted a bit in gold. If something is old, just spray painted it over in the color you want, and then you have again something new. That's what I did at home the last 2 months. I repainted everything, even the old things. So I have no new house. Big ball again. I forgot the name. The Oasis, the biodegradable Oasis. Just the bricks. Put them on top of each other. It's quite loose, yeah. And I put chicken wire around it just to hold it, extra hold, safety. If you don't have chicken wire, you can also put tonking or bamboo sticks through, or the floral waterproof tape around it. It's also possible. Yeah.
Keith Fernandez says,
Keith.
big is beautiful.
Not always, but yes, why not? So, I put the Crasperia on it because this is my maximum height. That's why this little antenna is going there. I started putting already a little bit of Gualteria leaves, the lemon leaf, because you don't need to see, you need to see me put 50 pieces of leaves in it, but then you see that it's done in groups, and it's meant, it says already something about the arrangement. This one I put on top of it, just loose, just as a reminder that I have a hole here cut in the chicken wire where I'm going to put the big leaves. Big leaves, making space. Then just a sec, I need the string. De bol met dingetjes. Naam? Ah, perfect, thank you. And again, this morning, very early, not that I've been seen by a lot of people that much. Was officially not allowed, but I went Mike is zo Petacites. It's a groot hoefblad, and it grows against the it's a Slootkantia's, if you don't know the name again, but it grows next to the small lake or ditches or anything, big bushes. And it's wonderful. It reminds me a little bit on Jurassic Park. Now, so the dinosaurs with it, and you're back in the past. I'm going to do something funny with it because it's this one is strong. It stayed on water. This one stayed for 10 minutes out of water. Starts to become very soft and thirsty. So if you use this, it starts to become very, no, you can't use it, to be honest. But if you do something funny with it, hopefully funny, you might like it. Here is the end. Can you? Yeah, it's possible to see. If you put the both ends to the inside, you fold it again a little bit. It's like a little bit of both. Then the rest of the leaves you're just folding backwards You can see it backwards inside this little opening. Just hold it here. And then just put a lot of string around it. One time can be enough, but I like it a little bit more to use the functional string also a bit as a decorative part. Alright, change battery. Moet ik blijven staan?
Ja, jij bent nog wel te verstaan.
Oh,
Ik can still hear you.
okay. Good you mention it, good you mention it.
Zeg maar even dat je...
Yeah, just changing battery, sorry. Anyway, string.
Yeah, we're back.
Not in here. Oops. Hier niet. Yes. There we are again, hopefully. Does it work?
Yeah.
Well, I've done one already, so you missed it. It can happen, it's live. Because I was out of electricity. No, the battery was empty, so we need to change it. So once again, the big leaf goes inside and inside. Yeah. Then you just fold it back on top of the opening. Then there's just enough left to take it there together. Then tie it up with a bit of string. You can do it in just one time or 2 times, but I do it a bit more, just a repetition, as I said mentioned before, to use the functional string also as a decorative part, so it's double. Just tie it up, double, and then the scissor must be somewhere here. This can be on the side because I don't need this anymore. The scissor. Let's see. Somebody used it, I guess, by cutting wool. Always. It can happen that somebody borrows your tools and then forget to bring it back. Doesn't matter. Yes. I'm cutting the string. I did it as well here. But if you like the hanging string ends, just keep them on. It's your arrangement if you make it. So do whatever you like. Don't worry about anything anybody other does think about it. Do whatever you like. And you don't need to see me doing all of these one after another. So I prepared a bit already. Huge stems. Oof. Where's the hole? There. So this one, it might be quite big. To be honest, it's going to be. I had planned to make it as an all-round arrangement, but it's really quite big, as I see now. More big than I expected. It was supposed to be an all-round, maybe because I will not turn it a lot. Not sure yet, I find out while doing it. Maybe I'm going to make it only half, so one-sided, only for you. So my side will be empty. While doing it, I'll find out. And Oasis is there to keep materials at the right spot, to keep them nice and fresh and on water, to do your own design. But don't forget to add water. Very important. Make it wet. Put it on water. It goes down itself. Then, if you use it in a pot or vase or bowl, use it in the way you want to use. But then very important, don't forget to put water before you start doing the arrangement. We popped out, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
I think I just need to continue talking, 'cause I hope they can still hear me. I don't know how it works. For me, it's the first time as well. This one is done different. Well, you can hear me cutting the big leaf. The pistachios. And when they were long, they were quite bending, but now I do find out that they're quite stiff in it. You're like, if I put one group here, you have an airplane. I expected them a bit more hanging. It doesn't up with all the possibilities. Advanced course. After the professional course, I always tell them, especially the first lesson of doing linear arrangement, forget about what you've learned during the professional course. We start all over again about linear. And then it got lost already. But don't worry, they pick up in no time. Hopefully. Because linear is very wide. So forget about the basic rules. Start to teach yourself just by doing it. Make combinations between different styles. Just have to see a little bit. Oh yeah, not bad at all. Not breaking it. So, if you make something big, use some big materials. Create your own thing with it. But make something funny out of it. But if you don't have this available, you can think of other materials. Some big. I found these on outside this morning. So there we are. But if you similar leaves, which are available, let me think. What's the name again? Similar to this is Ligularia leaves. Ligularia leaves, same shape, but more leather look, leather-like. You see, if I do well here, the antenna I will not remove because it's a height reminder. And so I'm just trying to catch them in this stem of. Can you see what it's like? This it's Hydra. Oh, something from outside. Very old stem of Hydra, probably growing on a vase or a wall for 30 years, maybe more. So don't throw away anything. It's so nice and decorative. So just put the string on the side. Well, that's one line. It doesn't mean that I have to go opposite, coming back with the same material. Yeah, you recognize that saying, but no, but something almost opposite to if you want to stay in balance, if you want to play safe or more safe, then somewhere opposite you do something also as a group outside, same style. So what can you use for that? Same style. Well, no, not really same style, but make it nice. Therefore, I found, oops, the big stems, some nice amaranthus, the hanging amaranthus. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Normally you have it, you buy it with the leaves. Of course you can keep them on, because it belongs to the flower as well.
Okay, it's bijna
Heb ik nog tijd eigenlijk? Je moet maar gillen hoor.
Een half uur over de tijd.
Oh, je moet het maar zeggen, want ik heb nog niet één keer op de klok gekeken.
Maar, oké. Hij komt op terug.
Oh, is de batterij weer leeg?
Nee, dat was net aan het
Oh, sorry. So, I can clean up a bit. You don't see me anyway, so. And about hearing? Yes, there we are again. It's live, it's technique, it's electrical. It's all possible. So, hanging amaranthus. You buy it, it's growing of course with the leaves, but more decorative. And more showing the nice fluffy thingies there. Is without the leaves. Yeah, nice and hanging. Here we go. There's really something wrong, I guess. If it's time, you just tell me, eh? You can just tell me if it's time.
It's not because I want you to stop.
Yeah, okay. It could have been that hint. I don't know. Here we are again. Well, in the meantime, it's there already. The hanging amaranthus. It's very nice. And this is a bit a pale color. They told me it's about half an hour, or 1.5 hours. Then after that it was an hour, and it is already 1.5 hours now. So I'm surprised how time flies. And I don't know. I don't have a problem with going on, because I even have another arrangement planned. So it's up to them. But finish this one first, of course, especially for you. Again, the Gardenia, Peonia Gardenia. I start a bit on the base. Pity to make them short, but good for me to save time to cover up Oasis chicken wire in no time. So if you have a big function outside in a hotel or restaurant, or run out of leaves, just do it that way. It's a pity sometimes, I know. But big leaves inside, or big flowers inside to cover most or all, and just come with some outside with a bit of space in between. Direct, you create depth again, and nobody knows. It's a bit Middle Eastern style. You have to make huge arrangements in just a minimum of time. Sometimes with big teams. And well, just the way we do it sometimes. That's the practical part. Another line. Oh, I turn it back a little bit. I don't know if you can see still Oasis there. Not sure. I make a group here until maximum height. And now I'll tell you something really funny, or no, something which is true. If you can make a Biedermeier arrangement, you can make also this. Don't worry. Because somehow, if you see, all the materials are put towards this point. Yeah, even if it's all mixed or all in groups, if you do it like that, you can hardly go wrong. So that's it might be very impressive, this kind of arrangement, But if I explain it to you like this, then you is that all? Yes, that is all. And that's why we're here for, to teach you to make floral design easier, to think, as somebody mentioned, out of the box, or more out of the box. Just dare to do it. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. If you do it, if you want to play on safe, you can't go wrong. It totally looks totally different. You see, perfectly maximum height, so I've removed the crasperia. This is aconitum, the Monix cup. In the past, still now, I always say smurfenmuts, because it really looks like the Smurfs, you know, Smurf hat or smurfenmuts. That's fun. Don't be always that serious, no need for that. I'll empty this. Oh, that's live TV, yeah? They always say that can happen. It's very thin glass, probably from a country I don't want to mention. In the past, I was working in my hometown, Enschede. We had glass vases there, really 1.5 centimeters thick. But even those were breaking in no time. Put water a bit too cold or too hot, bang. So, can happen. But nothing wrong, nothing happened, don't worry. Don't need an ambulance or so. It's always so, even working with a knife, because it's our most important tool. If you're afraid to cut with a knife, 100% sure you will cut yourself. So, and use a knife only, eh? For cutting flowers, I mean. Because you have a nice, sharp, make sure it's sharp, because if it's not sharp, you still cut yourself. The sharper the knife, the easier it is. But you have a nice sharp cut, so that every flower can take 100% water. If you cut it by a cutter, even if it's not sharp, you damage the stem first. It means you close the cells, so it can't take 100% water. It means complications. People come back with the arrangements. Oh yeah, the flowers are old. No, they're not. Practical part, huh? The floral industry. Maybe you recognize it from your own experience. So, as I said, I will only make this one half, because the other half will be about the same, only with other materials. Like what you like to know. Can be anything. Anything I have here on the back side of me, on the left or on the right side, or left and right, depending, because there's also opposite. So, like I can put those. No, I will put those like allium, like Veronica, but massive groups like chrysanthemum, like gerberas. No need to wire gerberas. Don't worry. The quality these nowadays is that good. No need to wire, especially in big arrangements. But make sure vase pot or any base, oasis, direct water before you start making the arrangements. What did I say? Hydrangea, isn't it? Good. Well, if I put a few of these, it's even more than half. Yeah, and with these huge thingies there, beautiful, huh? What a color. Yeah, it's finished in no time. But anyway, and I have to, I can't see him, I have to look a bit so to Mike. If I need to stop, because I don't know. You're the boss. Or make another one, or keep that for another time. I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, what does the audience want?
Yeah,
What do you want, guys? Do you want another arrangement after this?
of course. What a question. Oh, what will that be, by the way? Oh yeah, the bouquet. Oh, this is already number 3, yes. Ah, wonderful. See how easy it goes? Do a bit deeper, do a bit more outside, you create more 3D. Don't put them all in one line, then it's just a round thing. No, create depth. That's it. If you want to go longer, then just add one more. You go longer. I'll show it to you. It can be finished right now, as long as you don't see the oasis. But, sorry, if you want to go longer, just go through. Yeah? Put it in deep, of course, yeah? And make it longer. You want to make it longer? Yeah? Put more. More, as long as the flowers are, you can put them in. Start inside, work towards the outside. That's the best way. Most of the time, not always, but most of the time. It's only in the way. Oh yeah, there is something in the light is in front of the people there. Shall I need to move or yeah?
So
Sorry.
right now everyone is saying yes, more, yes please, yes please.
Yeah.
Silly question, Mike.
I give the answer already quite clear, I guess. But then I'm going to stop with this one. I can't see direct through probably here. You see some oasis, isn't it?
No, it's
Well, just for now, let's see. It is hidden.
David Hamilton
David.
says that it's impressive how Carel coordinates his wardrobe with his arrangements. Well done.
Oh, thank you so much. You make me shy, but there's nothing new. Sorry. It's almost always when I know that there's something to do, or even with lessons. Yeah, if we work with yellow, I wear yellow, and of course matching shoes. 'Cause I'm quite famous about that. Yeah, it's Carel from the shoes. Yes.
what shoes are you wearing?
Well, I'm not I'm not doing a commercial here, but I love to mention it because it's my favorite brand, Adidas. I said it very fast, Adidas. So.
Not a sponsor.
No, there's not a sponsor. Unfortunately, I have to talk to them actually. It's a good idea. You wake me up. See, it's also Adidas. Okay, that's 2 pairs of shoes now. Good. No, just kidding. Because I know that Helen is also watching me. Helen. Yes.
So, Angela says that a hydrangea is as large as Carel's head.
Oh, I'm glad I don't have a hat that big, because it's not that big as, no. Yeah, they're huge, even bigger. They can be big, much bigger. But but I love the color. And I love hydrangeas. And I just told you before that I don't like flowers. That hydrangea is not a flower, is it? You tell me. I think it's a leaf. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because these are the leaves. The flower is just a little bit, the dot in there, as I've been told. Am I correct? So, as I said, I only do it halfway. Because the other, well, it's almost 3/4 now. But if you want to continue this, it's just another group here with a bit of depth and another group there with a bit of depth, and you're done. If you want to go more and bigger, of course you can continue, with new groups, new materials, sticks, whatever you can find. But put a new group in between the groups. Don't start mixing up with the materials you have used so far. So in between your aconitum, amaranthus, hydrangea, if you want to go up high, very high, diagonally, no problem at all. Put there a new group in between. Don't mix up. In between the peonia and the amaranthus, a new group. Go outside as far as you like to go. It doesn't matter. So it's quite an easy arrangement with an impressive look. Just need to have a look in here. Yeah, it's still open in there. It's the only thing I like to cover up with something what you still have. See, then you might think it is prepared. No, just need something in here. So, and I can choose out of beautiful flowers. And my choice is a smaller flower because big material, separate with that with a bit of, with the spray roses in this case. Don't forget to to remove the little stems, of the spray roses, which you don't have a flower. It's not that they've been damaged, but it's the grower done that to make it into a spray rose. That's why in the middle of spray roses, as well chrysanthemum, if you know, right? The one in the middle is always cut. That's why it becomes or turns out into spray. That's just from my experience or what I've heard. If it has another story, you tell me. It's okay. Just have to talk, keep on talking. Yes.
So I think we have a tip of the day from Angela. She says hydrangea is a genus of 70 to 75 species of flowering plants native to Asia and the Americas. By far, the greatest species diversity is in Eastern Asia, notably Korea, China, and Japan. Most are shrubs.
That's the hydrangea, isn't it? All right. It's always good to hear other.
But she says it can be whatever you want it to be. If it's a leaf or a flower, it's whatever you want.
Oh, she picked it up, yeah. But anyway, for me it's like that. So I really, really love it. It's like the, if you talk about species, it's Calla Santadesia as well. Yeah, it's also a leaf to attract the insects to come inside, nice and colorful. And the little thingy there inside, that's the flower. So, now the opening is closed. Little bit dancing, spray roses. Not all, don't put it all in the same length or exactly in one line. Try to make a little Oh, die vaas. Die breek ik weer. Don't want to break a vase again. It's very thin glass. Just by picking it up. I think I will not lift this arrangement myself today. Not today. Not on my own. Are you sure, Babette? It's quite heavy. All right, all right. Oops. Yeah, as I mentioned already before, Carel is big. So, better to do so. Then, now we go small again. Now I have a nice clear table. Some people remind me doing this all the time. Oh, a bit dusty. It's not so nice. I'll hide it with some petals of the chrysanthemum or so. It's also possible. Or some little bit of this. Make it decorative. That's easy it is. I have a ready-made oasis holder here. It's just the plastic, the big handle, with a it's a very stiff thing, but it's covered with wool, leren wool. Still big. I hope in the future they make them a bit more elegant. It's on the bottom of it is. I don't have a ready one here to show. No, it doesn't matter. That you know them all already. I think myself, it's pressed out of a product of Oasis as well. It's not hardboard or it's Oasis product itself. Pressed harder, that's the base, and then normal piece of Oasis in any shape, you can have it. It's put on that. So ready-made holders, you have it round, square, triangle maybe, heart shape, or if not talking in ready-made bridal work or bouquet holders, you can see it like even angels and books, cross, an anchor, or any shape. Any shape it is available. Before covering it up, now I find out something. Before covering it up with anything, I glue with hot glue the pieces of wool on it. I put the branch. The branch made me start doing that. Yes. Yes.
Yes, we have. We have Carletta Brown saying, awesome designs, absolutely stunning.
Thank you so much. We do it all for you. I just found out that it's not wet, and I tried to be very careful with the vase here, the very thin glass. So, just for the idea, I make it wet then. Okay. Because the hot glue glues very nice way materials on everything, but not when it's wet. So, let's put on the branch, then you make it wet, and then you can start making the little arrangement. I start with a little bit of asparagus. Oh, I used it here. Asparagus, different kinds, because I really like it a lot. Put them here. So, asparagus umbellatus, a very nice one. And I found a round holder, not that I have to stick to the shape, don't worry. Yes?
Lisa Florista says she is super excited for this one. And Kay Stock says, okay, Karusha, I leave this session. I must go to the Vrijmibo. Maybe next week we make an appointment.
All right,
regards.
100%.
Kees and Ricky, nice demonstration.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for watching us. Kees, Ricky, and for sure next week. Yeah, I'm using this round one because I didn't want to spoil any other shape. It's round, but it doesn't mean that I have to stay round, so don't worry about that. I just use it as a base. And it's just simple and fast to use ready-made ones. But if you like to make your own shape, you can always do that. See, I start covering oases, and I just go a little bit longer again. It's just as a tip to you. If I really need to stop, just say so, yes. I don't see the paper, so she's holding at the paper for me.
Question from Angela. Did you wire the branches in?
It is just one very nice branch. It was this long. I cut it to stay and balance it, and before I start covering it up, I just pin it in with very strong wires, because it looks very tough and very hard, but it's still possible to put, I think it's 1.8 wires I used just through as an hairpin, twist it a few times, cut it, bend the sharp part inside, done. 3 times, it can't move. Easy. Easy peasy. Asparagus here. I think I'm just far over my time now, but you wanted to see this arrangement, and I thought I just kept it here, just in case you wanted to. I was running too fast, but I think I'm very slow, taking that much time, but you don't mind. Me neither. Can you see it like that, or it's in a way? So, see, I'm just making a little bit of going outside. And you might notice he's again busy working in groups and lines. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Question from Sindhu. Is it a big Oasis bridal bouquet?
I have a sample here. Thank you. Thank you. I saw Jacqueline picking it up. It's I'll take it out of the plastic. It's an Oasis Eco Base, a lady round. A lady round. See? Like that. Of course we sell it in our shop. You can order it online in bloemschikken.com, floraldesign.com, bloemschikken.nl. I think there are many names for it. Yeah. But it's very handy. Very, very handy. Very useful and easy. But if you want to make it yourself, I should not say this because we have it for sale, but I'll do it anyway. You can make it also from cardboard. You cover it up in plastic, any shape you want. You put your oasis on it and then just tie it all together with binding wire. Technique should not be shown. You cover it anyway, so you can make it any shape. Too fast, huh? Good, you can't follow. Asparagus, very nice to use. And you can see, my goodness, it's going to be way too big for the bridal bouquet. Who says it's a bridal bouquet? I didn't. Did I? No, it can be a presentation bouquet for on stage or so. Yeah. For Maxima. It's hiding her elegance a bit. Yeah, but possible, yeah.
A question from Amy.
Amy.
Is the asparagus only for covering the oasis?
In my case, I'm using it for double again. For covering oasis in a fast way, but I keep it longer and I'm going outside in a line as a very useful line. But then after this, covered almost the oasis, very airy, just put some materials and done. So it can be very fast if you run out of time. So this is just a quick thingy. but it made it there for you. Oh, see, here is a bit opening. I made it there for you, that it's not that difficult to make something something special in a simple way. Material decides. I know it's behind me as well, but I just finish it up this fast, otherwise it's everywhere. Hypericum. I didn't tell you these names. Asparagus I did. Asparagus umbellatus and asparagus meyeri. Meyers I hear sometimes. The long one. It's just again therefore to cover the oasis in a quite fast, simple way, not hiding the beauty of this branch. I know, Amy, you want to ask what kind of branch is it? I need a hint from behind the curtains. What kind of branch is it?
I don't know exactly. It's from a tree from Nelly Block.
A tree from Nelly Block. Our birthday girl yesterday. Yeah, and of course, Nelly Block. She has a wonderful garden with materials, unbelievable, beautiful. She brings a lot in her little car from far. We love her for all of this. But it's just the shape what makes the branch for me. Yeah, you can find even if you don't know, you just go for a walk in the forest. Anything nice in shape you can use, even if it's that, doesn't matter. It's just the beauty of the material makes the design. The rest is not, to be honest, the rest is not really very special. If I would have used all the materials very short, guess what again? It's done. It looks like a, well, like a, just a simple compact Biedermeier. Oh, that can happen, but I'm not afraid. It's live. And the technique is good. Nothing fell out, just the asparagus. And this I put already there. I put it a little bit. It can happen. I remember a story of a famous designer as well. Oh, it's not me. She took out even Theo Boerma, I think in the past, taking out stems or grass from buckets and was showing it the audience, and it become all wet. Forgot that just came from the water. Things like that just happened. I don't think the queen was sitting there, but it could have been like that. But I can't remember whom. See, just a quick, hopefully a quick cover of Oasis by Hypericum. Again in a group, just far below or a bit below the stem. Just to show and not to hide the beauty of. There's still a bit of Oasis visible. Something fast, something easy, something pinkish. Yeah, it's not that difficult. Here's something very nice. I've put them here for the big arrangement. Beautiful. I'm not a Gerbera fan. I know a lot of people who do. I'm not wiring them. If you know how to put them in deep, they'll stay. That's okay. I'm not a fan of them, but this one I like it just because of the vague color. Because how to name this beautiful color? Really don't know. It's a mixture. It's a color group in harmony. harmonierende kleuren. Very, very nice. And again, first one to cover the oasis, and then I go outside again to create. Can I turn it a bit? You can see maybe better. Not sure. It's better like this? Otherwise it's so flat. A hint to me, if it's flat, too flat, who says, if it's too flat, then I need to go up with something. Well, I'll do that. Chrysanthemum I had already. Just 2 more. Let me see, one a little bit more up in a horizontal way, space in between. Chrysanthemum, nice and big, a big filler. Hey, that's funny, same colors and the bright green with the Hypericum berries. Oh. Just a sec. Just try not to damage it. When it starts falling, it falls, keeps on falling, chrysanthemum. One there, again, to cover the oasis. It's the fast way. And one more up. So, like that. And deep, you heard that. A nice hanging line. This side, no need to wire. If you make it yourself, you feel where you put your material, so it can be, bless you, it is easy to put in the materials deep until the base. Yes?
Yes. Your sister is saying
Oh.
you don't love Gerbras, but your mom loved them.
I know,
And
in the bridal bouquet.
even had them in their bridal bouquet. Yes.
Yes. Is mom watching as well? I didn't call her actually. Yesterday I went on. I spoke about it, but I forgot to call them because I started painting again. Because I felt like doing that. The hydrangea because of the color. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, why not? Hydrangea. Of course, again, to cover your vases in a fast way. Because I can tell you this: if you have a groom who forgot to order a bridal bouquet and he's coming to you, do you have a bridal bouquet for me? Because I forgot. You can make something fast like this. Just dare to do so. Isn't it? Oh, sorry. I just have to turn it a bit to me. I used bigger materials. But if you do it all with very, very small materials, it takes a bit more time. I could have done that. So. And my upgoing material. It's going to be the name. Doesn't matter how you clean it, as long everything you use that the leaves are clean. Yes.
So your sister is saying, no, she's not watching, but she'll explain later how she can rewatch it.
Ah, that's wonderful. Can rewatch it together maybe, because hopefully soon going to go to my hometown Enschede. So, if you should give this bridal bouquet, let's call it bridal bouquet then, because you like to hear that so much. If you like to have to give it a name, then I would call this Under the Roof of Anthurium. I put the leaves more or less roof tile wise, like you used to do in arrangements, only with lots of space. Do I need to wire them? No, they're very strong themselves. And they don't start hanging. Don't worry about that. 2 more. Ooh. Do one more here. Ah, there we are. They all one direction and one the other direction. That's nice. Here it's still a little bit dark and green. It's also a bit too. Should I put a Wanda? I like to put a strong Wanda. Now they're too soft to put in direct in the oasis, because then I can wax it. I cut the stem a little bit more, I can wax it. Wait until it becomes hard. So remember, cut, wax, and then you can leave it down until you want to use it. Don't cut it a lot in advance. Yes, I know. I'm going to even a little. I'm going to glue. So I'm using a paper underneath. Don't squeeze this tube too hard. Don't use too much. Let it mingle a little bit. Give it a bit time to mingle with air, to become more sticky, so you don't have to stand there holding it. So in the meantime, close it, very important. Keep it upstanding in whatever for the next time to use. In between you can clean up the table a bit. So I still love them. Still love them. No. I'll go until the finishing touches. Make sure after class or after what you're doing, the flowers are on water. Very important as well. This is not the first time you hear this from me. So, also doing it myself, as you noticed. Now the glue became dry. Find a nice spot to glue it in. On one of the on one of the side branches of the stem, of the side branches of the branch, yeah, in the arrangement. Just put it around it. Be careful not to damage the Wanda. Yes, then sometimes it's better not to watch, but better to feel what you're doing. If you can't see it, it's a funny thing, but so true. And just flip it over, and just in 2 minutes it will be glued in. So, but it is on horizontal, and because of the weight of the organ, I don't have to hold it. So. One little opening here. I thought it was finished, but you always check, double check. Yeah, again, I feel attracted to the allium. I'm going to use them now also, but then I want to use. Actually, if you want to use them up like this, why not? But I keep it. I just named it under the roof of Anthurium, so I cannot go on top of that. I'm going to put it here, half hidden, half mixed, as you see with the branch. Not hiding the branch, but make a nice connection. Also deep. If they have soft stems, but it's so handy. But if you know the way how, it's so good to put it all the way in as deep as possible. So, there we are, an all round. Shall I turn it a bit? An all don't look at the stand, otherwise it's one different direction, and all around, I hope, all around, done in a very nice way. As a brother bouquet, if you want some of it. I think it's more like a presentation bouquet on stage, because it's a bit out of size. Well, that's about it. Do I need to continue? Your answer is yes, but there's a time of starting, but also to stop. So I would like to thank you all very much for watching Boerma Instituut, me, Carel, and hopefully we might do it again soon. Myself or Jacqueline, Mike, whoever. As long as we keep on doing it. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, so thank you so much. Have a nice rest of the day, or a full day, or good night. And then see you next time in school, or maybe your place, who knows. Bye-bye, thank you. Do we have to say bye-bye all?
Yes, bye-bye.
Shall I run to keep distance?
Bye-bye. See you
Shall I
next time.
run? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Doei.
Bye-bye.
Doei. Ah.